Alright guys, in today's edition of Train with Tim, we are going to do a full body dumbbell circuit. So I have a pair of 12 kilo dumbbells here, so you might want to think about what weight you're going to use relative to me. If you just have the one weight that you're fixed with, instead of doing the rep ranges that I'm going to be doing today, maybe just go for time. So if your dumbbells are a little bit lighter, you might get a few more reps done in that time. If your dumbbells are a little on the heavy side and you maybe can't do the reps that I'm going to be doing today, then just go for time and just try and work when I'm working. So we're going to go through a dumbbell circuit. We're also going to use our booty band and skipping rope if you have them. If you're at a place where you don't have access to either of those two, you can do alternatives and you can do some body weight cardio instead of some skipping as well. So let's get into it. Let's get down on the floor, start off with a little bit of a loosener and go through some mobility. So let's start down on the ground, hands and knees, and we'll just go through some cat-cow and just getting our low back and our head and our shoulder blades moving. So as we come down, breathing in, chest is up, shoulder blades together. Breathing out, shoulder blades apart, tailbone tucking in. Breathing in, shoulder blades together, chest sinks, belly button sinks. Breathing out, lifting your belly button, putting those shoulder blades apart, tailbone tucking in. One last time. Breathing in, chest down, belly button down. Breathing out, chest up, belly button up. Let's come up into plank pose. We'll go back into a downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out, forward to plank. Let's do this 5 times. Breathing in, down dog, breathing out, forward to plank. Breathing in, down dog, breathing out, forward to plank. Don't drop too low in that plank. You don't want those hips to go any lower than they need to. You just want to be a nice strong plank at the front. One last rep. Breathing out, forward to plank. Drop your knees, pushing back into child's pose. Take a deep breath in here as we come forward to neutral, and then breathing out into upward facing dog. Breathing in, back to neutral. Tighten those abs, and then pushing back as we breathe out. Breathing in, coming forwards, breathing out and drop. Breathing in, coming back, breathing out and drop. Last one. Breathing in, breathing out. Point your toes the whole time. Just relax through the belly button. Keep those lower abs engaged as you're in the center. Let's come into a cactus twist. So let's lie down on our front. Hands out at 90 degrees, or elbows at 90 degrees to our torso. Hands at 90 degrees to our elbows. I'm going to drop my left cheek to the floor. I'm looking towards you. Left cheek towards you as my right leg comes over. And I'm pushing through that right arm, getting a little bit of height, stretching through that left shoulder. Coming back to center, left leg comes over, and I'm getting stretched through the right shoulder. So just relax into that right shoulder. Coming back to center, let's do 5 each side now. Pick up a little bit of pace. Touch. Try and get that leg as far across as you can. A little bit of a low back stretch as well. Relax in the stretch shoulder. Get height in the opposite shoulder. Last one now. Okay. Let's come up into a squat. Let's grab hold of our ankles. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, dropping, deep squat. Breathing in, lifting, drop our head. Breathing out, drop our butt, lift our head. Repeat. If you can't grab hold of your ankles, maybe just grab hold of your mid-shin. Just do your best, try and get down into that deep squat. Hands down in the center, one hand down, breathing out, one hand up. Breathing in, hand down, breathing in, hand up. 5 each side. Stretching through that low back, just getting everything warmed up a little bit. Okay, let's come up into our booty band exercises. So let's pop our band on around our ankles. So band around your ankles, toes straight ahead, heels apart. Little steps. Let's take 5 in one way, 5 in the other way. So band on, tight. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more round. 1, 2. Little steps, not big steps. Only about an inch at a time. Keep those knees externally rotated. Those glutes should be burning now. Okay, let's come down into some lunges, just loosening up those legs a little bit. Let's start here. Arms up as we step back. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 5 each side. Arms up, abs engaged, hip flexor switched on. That's 5 each side. Hand release push-ups. Let's come down onto the floor. Just knees is fine. If you're a toe person normally, let's go on toes. But if you're a knee person, just knees. We're still in the warm-up phase. So, toes or knees, leading with the chest. Elbows first. Bend, dropping, slowly. 3, 4. Chest to floor, but not hips. See, my hips are slightly up. Hands off, hands on, and push. Times 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off, hands on, and push. Down. 5, 4, 3. Shoulders forward. 2, 1. Hands off, hands on, and push. Shoulders forward over your thumbs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off, hands on, and push. Last rep. 5, 4. Shoulders forward, elbows back. 45. Hands off, hands on, and push. Let's come into chair pose. Get those back muscles working. So, chair pose, sitting, hands up and hold, palms facing each other, thumbs pointing straight up. We want external rotation. So that's internal rotation, that's external rotation. So the inside of your elbow points to the sky. Holding, holding, holding. Let's take it out to a Y and hold. Hold. Now we don't want too much extension in the low back. It's trying to get your arms back behind the head, not just extending through the low back. If you're feeling in your low back, brace your abs a little bit more. Maybe tuck your butt slightly. Get those arms back. Finally, let's come out to a T and then hold. Holding. Still in that external rotation. Don't let those hands roll in. Elbows roll in. Elbows rolling out. See, my elbows are facing you guys? That's what we want. And down. Let's come down. Do some side plank clam, and then we'll get on with our workout. So, level 1 is without a booty band. Level 2 is with a booty band. So I'm going to do that one. Place your band around your knees. Elbow down, knee down, hips forward. That's our start position. Coming up, that's our side plank. And then our clam, we're just rotating that top knee up. Let's do 15 each side. Now we don't want to over rotate. I'm not twisting around like that. I'm staying facing you guys the whole time. Should be able to get this top leg up to horizontal. That's 15 for me. Let's change sides. Now the second side's not going to feel fresh because that bottom leg was working, that bottom hip was working while we were down there. So now that it's on the top, it's not going to feel like it's been doing nothing. So 15 is going to be a bit harder this time. Lifting that hip, rotating. Rotate, don't over twist. Keep that top hip facing forwards. And 15, okay. Let's get into today's workout. All right guys, so for today's workout, we're going to do a full body dumbbell circuit. And what that will entail is about 4 exercises which are full body in nature. We're going to be doing big compound movements, not just small stuff, big compound stuff. Then we're going to do in the middle some skipping just to break up those big heavy lifts, and then we'll get back into those lifts again. Now, as mentioned, if you don't have a skipping rope or you don't have space to do your skipping, you can just substitute it for high knees or maybe some mountain climbers or even just star jumps, just for the duration that I'm going to do. I'm going to do 30 skips. It's up to you what you do in that time, but just try and keep your heart rate up during that work phase. As I mentioned, if you don't have appropriate weights, e.g. or relative weights to my weight, I've got 12s here, so if you haven't got the weights relative to me, just go for the time that I'm going to go. But if you've got weights that are relative to what I'm using, then try and do the rep ranges that I'm doing, which I can tell you now, we're going to do a round of 12, then we're going to do a round of 9, then we're going to do a round of 6, and then we're going to do a round of 3. So let's start off. Let's go through some of these movements first. I'll show you what they are so we don't have to think so much when we're doing our workout. Exercise number 1, we're going to be doing lunge drives. So we're holding our dumbbells just by the side, stepping back, about 3/4 range. If you can go knee to floor, even better, but let's try and get as low as we can. Knee drive, tap, knee drive. Okay, that's our first exercise. We'll do it both sides, obviously. Our second exercise, we're going to go down on the floor. Elbows, you can see I've got these dumbbells still at neutral grip. Push up, renegade, twist. That's our second one. Our third one, from here, we're jumping, bent over row, stand up. And our fourth one, we're lying on our back, dumbbell above our head, doing a pullover into a sit-up. We're breaking up those exercises with the cardio, as I mentioned. Now that you've seen your exercises, this is your last chance to get out of it. Otherwise, let's get started. So, let's start off with those lunge drives. We're going to do 12 each side, then get into our skipping. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down, drive, down, drive, down, drive. So knee to the floor and then stable at the top. Get your knee as low as you can. And then nice and tall and strong at the top. Tall and strong at the top. Once you've done your 12, change legs. Try and do it without putting the dumbbells down. Set 2, straight away. Down, drive, touch, drive. Knee forward over toe at the front. And there's my 12. Okay, so if you finish your sets of 12, brilliant. If you found that your weights are just too heavy to get through 12 in a row, just go for time. If you thought, really, only 12? Then either A, you can pause your video and maybe start at 15 and finish at 6 instead of 12 to 3, or B, just go a little faster, pump those reps out, they're all pretty simple stuff, and just go for the time that I'm going. Let's get into our skipping now. So we're going to do 30 skips, or again for time for you. Toes up in your skipping, light and bouncy, keep your knees straight. You see, I'm not lifting my feet. Not lifting my feet all that high. That's the key to skipping. It's just staying relaxed and composed down there. Not doing too much of this. Let's get an exercise 2, which is the renegade press. So, for our renegade press, we're going to go down into a push-up, coming up, twist those back feet. See, they're now on the outside of my foot. Pull that dumbbell in, press it up above my head. Nice and stable in that bottom shoulder. That's 1. We're going to do 12. Down, twist, 2. Down, twist, 3. Do it in stages. Down, focus on the twist. 4. What I mean by stages, Don't try and do it all at once. Do the push-up, do the twist, do the row, do the press. 6 down for me. 8 for me. 10 for me. 12 for me. Okay. Grab our skipping rope. Try and keep your rests down. Let's get back into that skipping. Okay, exercise number 3. We're combining a few things again. We're combining a bent over row with a burpee, and a deadlift. Let's place our dumbbells on the floor. Now, this will depend on your back flexibility. You might not be able to get your dumbbells all the way to the floor for the rows. Just try your best. Feet on the outside, that's going to assist you getting down lower. Hands, palms facing each other. The dumbbells are this way. We're doing a row, place them on the floor. Jump back into a plank, strong plank, not bottoming out, strong plank. Jump forward, stand up into a deadlift. That's 1 rep. Let's do 12. Down, row, down, jump, deadlift 2. Row, jump, deadlift 3. Row, jump, deadlift 4. Row, jump, deadlift 5. Keep those abs tight through all phases. Don't drop the hips. 6. Don't arch the back. 7. 8. Almost there, guys. Final third. 9. 10. Push those hips all the way forwards at the top. Abs engaged. Lock out. 11. 12. Okay. What's the time for? Skipping, of course. So let's get into that. Then we've just got the final exercise of the round. Okay. Little trick of the trade. I was only 29, but I tripped, so I just made it look like I was 30. Okay, final exercise. Now you can probably hear I'm breathing a bit. I'm not messing about here. 12 was a decent weight. This is train with Tim, not just Tim pretends to train while you train. So let's have a lie down. 1 dumbbell, holding it horizontally across our body. So end to end, left to right. From here, we've got 2 exercises. The pullover, touching the floor, straight elbows, coming up, and then up into a sit-up. That's 1 rep. Touch the floor, pressing up for 2. The pullover, hard on the down, helps you with your sit-up for 3. 4. 5. Get height, get head through the hole. The less you swing your arms around on the sit-ups, the better. 8. 9. Keep those elbows straight. If you want more triceps, you could bend your elbows on the down, but we do a lot of tricep stuff. 11. 12. It's always good to do exercises that pull you back into full thoracic extension. Those pullovers are a great one to strengthen and stretch your upper back. 30 skips. That one was 30. Maybe I'll do 31 on the next one to even it out. Okay, that's round one complete, guys. Let's get straight into it. If you need a drink, you can pause the video. But otherwise, let's get straight into round two. This time, only 9 of each. So, it's getting easier every second. Let's grab those dumbbells. Down for 9 each side. Let's go. Touch, drive 1. Touch, 2. Touch, 3. Get that depth. Keep the front knee straight. Don't allow that front knee to roll in. If that front knee is rolling in and there's nothing you can do about it, then maybe don't go so deep. But if the only reason you're not going deep, that's 9, is because you said you're not going to come back up, stop being a pussy and just go all the way down. See what happens. Worry about coming up later on when you're down there. Okay, let's change sides. Remember, get that stability at the top. Front knee over toe. That's 9 for me. Okay, skipping. Skipping staying at 30, by the way. That one's not dropping, just to give you that little bit of break between your weights. Toes up. $31. Okay, we're even. Renegade press. So remember, don't rush it. Push up, twist, pull, push. Let's get it. So keep those dumbbells shoulder width apart. You want to be able to drop your chest down, elbows in tight, close grip push up. If you need to do your push-ups on your knees, I forgot to mention that. If you need to do your push-ups on your knees, you can. You can even do your twist and press on the knees as well. If you can do it on your toes, do it on your toes. But just remember, twist those feet. Sorry about the delay. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see I'm starting to morph the twist and the press into one thing. But that's because I'm getting more efficient. 7. Only start doing it 8. Once you're really confident, and there's your 9. You're doing this without falling over. Back into our skipping. Now you might be thinking, okay, I just did 9 reps. I did 1 more on one of the sides. I'm gonna have 1 massive arm and 1 little arm. How about we even that out when we do the set of 3 later? So if you did 1 extra on the left, later on do 1 extra on the right. I haven't counted, so we might just do another 10 from here. Okay. The row deadlifts, or row burpee deadlifts. Feet wide on the outside of the dumbbells. Remember, give yourself best possible chance of getting your butt out, head forward, long spine, back straight. If your back's all rounded over, your hamstrings are tight, just go 3/4 range on the rows, okay? But let's go. Row, jump, deadlift. Push those hips forward, lock in those glutes to the top, that's 1. Row, jump, 2. Row, jump, 3. Row, jump, 4. Row, jump, 5. Pick up the pace now. Nine. Okay, skipping. Hope you're doing well at home. Hopefully by now you'll know where those weights you've got are the right weight. Should be at about 80% in each set. If I held a gun to your head, you do a few more reps, I'm at the point, as you can see, talking and skipping is a bit much. So I'm working to 80%. Should be at the point where every set you think, okay, I've really only got a couple more reps, even if someone held a gun to my head. If you're not at that point, maybe pause the video, do a few more reps, or go a bit faster. Let's do it. Touch, sit up. Straight legs or bent knees, you can do both. I quite like the bent knees, but if you like the straight leg version, then do that. I find my abs work a little harder in the bent knee position. 9. Okay, skip, and then we have really good news. Toes up. Don't get lazy now that you're tired. Keep your feet together. What's the good news? We're now down to 6. So yeah, we've only done 2 out of the 4 rounds. But remember, 12 plus 9 is 21, plus 6 is 27, plus 3 is 30. We've done 21 out of our 30 reps. We're 2/3 of the way through, not just half. We're killing it. Let's get into our lunges, 6 of each. Lunge and drive, hold. Lunge, drive, hold. Lock in that glute. Straight elbows, shoulders back. Don't get lazy, letting your shoulders fall forward. Start straight away on that other leg if you can. There's my 6. Okay, back to skip. Those skips seem longer and longer now that our weight sets are getting shorter and shorter. Think of it as an opportunity just to let your muscles recover. Renegade twist. I know this one's tough. Remember, you can do it on your knees if you need to. What are your key points? Keep your elbows tucked in for the rows. Keep your elbows tucked in for the push-up. Make sure you get onto the outside edge of the foot. Don't be lazy with twisting your feet and still have your heels in the air. Get those heels down. Give yourself some stability. Let's go. Heels down. 1. Heels down. 2. 6. Back to skip. Toes up. Keep saying toes up. As you get tired, your feet start to drop like this. You're more likely to catch on that rope. Lift those toes. Rope's gonna go underneath a lot easier. Okay, row burpee. Let's come back here. Okay, feet either side of the dumbbell, not behind. I don't want you reaching forward for those dumbbells. I want your feet either side. Pull, touch, jump, deadlift. 1. Pull, straight back. 2. Get full extension on those deadlifts. Hips forward, lock out. Last one. 6. Skipping. We're almost there, folks. We get through this, we're down to the 3s. Oh wait, we got one more set of 6s. All right. Last one in the threes, in the sixes. Dumbbell up. Down, straight elbows. Head through. Head through. Head through. Breathe out. Full extension at the top. There's my 6. Skipping. See, I keep my hands really still. So, good work giving advice on skipping and then fuck it up. Keep your hands really still. The smaller they are, less likely, not impossible, that you're going to make a mistake. All right, guys, we're down to 3. This is it, the big finale. So, 3 of each, skipping stays the same. We're going to get through this super quick. It'll be over before you know it. Let's get started. Knee drives, 3 each side. Three. 2, 3, skip. So can you keep your hands a bit more still this time? Toes up. Okay, renegade twist. Who remembers what side they did that extra rep on? For me, it was my left. I always start with my left. So this time I'm going to start on my right. Let's get going. Over before you know it. 2 exercises to go, guys. Almost there. Okay, row deadlifts. Shouldn't need much break. We're not going to take one. Let's get going. Bum out, head forward. Row, jump, deadlift. Row, jump. 2, row, jump, 3. This is it, guys. Second last skip. You're so close. Ah, 6, 7. My skipping always goes out the window when I'm tired. Okay, last one's the pullovers. 1 dumbbell, horizontal. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3. All right, perfection on this last round of skipping. Let's do it. Am I talking to you or to me? I don't know, a bit of both. And there's my 30. Okay. Workout completed. That was good. Go grab yourself a drink, bring it down, maybe pause the video if you like, and let's jump down the floor. We'll just have a quick couple of stretches. Some nice simple ones. Okay. Let's start off in a nice lunge stretch. Keep your abs engaged. Pushing forward into lunge, hands up. Pushing back, lock out the hips, hamstring. Forward into lunge. Back into hamstring. Forward into lunge. Get that tension on here. Don't just arch your back. Tight through that hip flexor. Back into hamstring. 2 more. It's not about getting your hands forward. It's about getting your chest forward. Last one. Let's swap sides. Forward, hips switched on, back into hamstring. You're a bit tighter in those hamstrings after those deadlifts. I am. Abs engaged, no arching of the back. Reach those fingertips to the sky. Reach those fingertips to the sky. Let's do some hips internal rotation. So let's go into a 90-90. So you can see I've got both knees bent 90 degrees, hands behind my back, pivot the feet 90 degrees. Now I feel it on the outside of this hip, 90 degrees. Now the outside of my left hip. All right, last one. Let's just have a lie down on our back. Come into a nice supine twist. Supine means on your back. Twist means twist. Let's start with our hips just off to the right hand side. Wrap your right leg around your left leg. Knees fall down to the left. Right hand comes over, touches the left hand. Breathing in here. Breathing out, right hand over the top. And we're just going to hang out here for 30 seconds. Place your left hand on top of your knees. Okay, let's change sides. So come back to neutral, shift our hips to the left-hand side, wrap the left leg over the top, on top of the right. Knees fall down to the left, to the right, sorry. Left hand comes over, and then left hand opens up. Any other stretches you would like to do, you can do them now. But otherwise, that will do for today. That was training with Tim. I hope you enjoyed. I did. That was a good workout for me. I'll see you next time. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.